I look weird upside down. In this video, I'm going to discuss how call centers are the reason why I'm now on YouTube. Stay tuned. PTPOP here, and I know what you're saying. PTPOP, why are we looking at you laying in bed? Well, I woke up today, and it occurred to me that it was roughly 10 years ago that I woke up one day and I was working on some projects for school on my laptop, right in my bed. I was in my bed and I was working on a web design project. I was taking classes at the local community college. At the same time, I was in a call center, working in a call center for Wells Fargo Bank. And I was miserable. I was completely just miserable. And I was sitting there and I'm trying to figure out how to get the hell out of this situation because I'm sitting in my bed with my laptop. I don't know if the rest of you keep a laptop next to your bed, but I had mine out here last night because I was working on some projects. So I'm working on this web design project and I'm thinking, how can I do something with my laptop? How can I do something with these classes? How can I do something on the internet where I don't have to go into the office again, ever again, working in corporate America? How can I never go through this torment of working in a call center again? And I just thought right there, I said, I'm just going to quit my job. I'm just going to quit. And I'm just going to work my ass off and try to do something with my music, my photography. Basically, the call center drove me become who I'm really meant to be. I've always wanted to be an artist. You know, I've always, it's not that I've always wanted to be, I've always been an artist. I started playing guitar when I was 13 or 14. I always was in art and drawing classes in junior high school and high school and throughout college. I was originally going to be an art teacher, and that I decided not to. People talk me out of it. They're like, you'll never have a good job as an art teacher. It turns out now if I had done it, I'd have to speak the Spanish, you know. Hey there, Jose, sit down. Don't stop stabbing your sister with the paintbrushes. Put down that sable brush. Don't put it in your ear. So I started a business restoring photographs. I was a photo restoration expert, and I love restoring photographs. And then I became a portrait photographer. So I started to sell my music online too. I started to sell stuff on CD Baby and iTunes and Amazon. And all of a sudden I started to generate a small amount of income at it. Just a little bit. It was trickling in. And believe it or not, recently I started to put some effort into my marketing. I started to put some effort into my YouTube channel. And I started making money off of it. And once I started to really apply myself, I started making $1 a day. And then it was $2 a day. And it was not a lot of money at first. But it's going to be more now. But the positive thing here, what I wanted this video to be about, is how the call center and the corporate world drove me to become, it pushed me to become who I really am. Because I used to sit at my desk in the corporate world. Whether it was just, I had regular corporate jobs where I didn't deal with stuff in the call center. But when I was at my corporate job in the cubicle or my call center job, I used to sit there and say to myself, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. Just silently to myself, I said, I can't wait to go home and play my guitar. I can't wait to go home. I can't wait to go home and listen to my music, you know. And I was I was like an artist in corporate clothing. You know, that's expression, or a wolf in sheep's clothing. I was an artist in corporate clothing, and I was in like this weird corporate gimp suit. I had this tie and the ridiculous khaki pants and the button-down shirts and all that crap, and I was not being who I really truly was. I wasn't being true to myself, and I knew it. I knew I wasn't. I didn't fit in. It's like everybody in the corporate world is so phony. I mean, everybody is. They're all just like, hey, Bob, you have a good week, and how about those Cleveland Browns? Hey, when we go to that meeting, let's talk about that new secretary down the hall. Yeah, isn't she hot? Hey, Bob, aren't you married? Oh, it doesn't matter. Secretary puts out. That's what I heard. So anyway, the corporate world and call center world drove me to become who I was meant to be, who I had been running away from. I'd been running away from the artist inside of me. And he had been, you know, running inside of me, running into ribs and bouncing around my skull and saying, please let me out, be the artist you want to be, you know. And so I took off my corporate gimp suit and I sat in my bed and I started looking for stuff on the internet and I discovered YouTube. And I started making videos and be who you're meant to be. Especially if you're an artist, it will burn at you inside. If you decide you're an artist, but you go into the corporate world, you will feel so out of place. You will feel like it's high school all over again. And everyone else is in the clique and you're all by yourself. You'll sit in the break room by yourself with your purple hair and your little lunchbox, and no one will talk to you. Be who you want to be. Use the corporate world to fund your dreams. Use the corporate world to buy the new camera, to buy the new set of paintbrushes or an easel or whatever your dreams are. If you want to be an auto mechanic, use it to go to auto mechanic school. Use the corporate world like they use you, like they use all of us to get what you want out of life, and then go on and do something else for yourself. PTPOP, 04 loads my brain, died securely behind my back in my bed. You have a good day.